Hey guys, it's Renee. Now, I haven't filmed a weekly makeup basket in a little while now. I don't really know why, I just kind of got out of the groove of filming them, and so I basically just wanted to get back into trying and doing them again. So I'm going to try and get this up so I can show you everything I'll be using for the week. I really find these good to do for the simple fact, if you have a lot of makeup, it sort of helps you cycle through all the products you have. Sometimes when you get new products, you tend to just use them and then you forget about old ones. So I really love doing it for that fact of just making sure I incorporate a lot of different things into my sort of makeup routine. Now, I don't typically wear makeup every day, but if I do, it's really great to have everything in the one location, and it just makes it quicker and easier to get ready in the morning as well. As always, I put all my makeup on this cute little tray. I got this from Typo, and I keep it all here so that way I keep everything separate, so that I don't mix things up and sort of forget what I have. I'll show you the items as I would put them on my face. So the first item is the foundation, and this is the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Foundation in N1. Now, I am actually wearing this today, so I find that at the moment I'm definitely in my winter shade, so I'm probably as pale as I'm going to get, so this is a perfect match for me. I do actually have this in N3, and I typically use that in summer. I've then got my concealer, and it's the Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay Corrector, and this is in the color Cream. Now, this one is really old and it has sort of started to separate, so I'm just trying to actually finish this one up, and I may end up putting that in a project pan possibly, just to try and get through. Now, to set under eyes, I've actually been using the Bare Minerals concealer, and this is the Well Rested powder eye brightener. I actually bought this secondhand from another YouTuber, and yeah, I've been trying it out. I've been wanting a new under eye setting powder for a really long time, and I mean, so far so good. I've got it under my eyes today. It does have sort of a bit of a glow, like a glowy tinge to it, which I'm not really sure how I feel about just yet, but I was in desperate need of needing a new under eye setting powder, so I was able to pick that one up for cheap, which is good. For face powder, now I've actually got two. So the first one is my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder, and this is in Deep Natural. This is actually in my project pan at the moment, but as you can see, it's almost finished. I probably only have maybe one use left, maybe two, depending on how much I need. So I've got that until it's finished up, and then I've got my L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hour Powder Foundation, and this is in the color 225 Beige. So I'm actually wearing this one today. I feel like this has a lot of glow to it, so it makes my skin really glowy, which I think this only will really work for me in winter where I have dry skin, whereas most of the year I have really oily skin, so I probably wouldn't use this as much. So I thought, while it is freezing, I will pull that out and use that as a face powder. Then as a bronzer, I've got a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in Sunny by Nature. Now, this is actually another product I picked up secondhand from a lady I found on Instagram, and I've always been wanting to try these sort of mineralize bronzers. The other one that I've had my eye on is Give Me Sun, I think it's called. Sunny by Nature, I thought I'd give that a go. Now, I actually have this sort of as bronzer, sort of as like a contour, but around my forehead, and I just find it gives me a little bit of color so I don't look so incredibly pale, and I've really been enjoying it, and it's really quite pretty. The texture of it is really blendable, very soft, and I mean, it's just got a beautiful sort of glow to it, and it just really helps liven up the face, so that's nice. So I'll be using that. Then for my blush, I'm actually going to use my MAC blush, and this is in Crisp Whites, and it's a satin blush. This is a beautiful color. I absolutely love this. It's like the perfect blush color for me. I've got it on my cheeks today. I really love this, and it actually has sort of like it's kind of like a satiny glow to it. I feel like when I put this on my cheeks, it comes across as it has like a bit of a golden kind of tinge. It's hard to explain. It's probably not going to show up very well on my hand. It's just next to the bronzer. But on the cheeks, it actually gives you a lot of pigmentation, so it can be quite deceiving because I do have it all here. But it's a beautiful blush. It's like the perfect everyday blush color. So I've got that. For highlight, I've been getting back into this one again because it's so beautiful. I've got it all on my cheeks today. It's gorgeous. It's by MAC and it's the Bao Bao Wan Beauty Powder, and this is in Summer Opal. So this was a limited edition shade. I don't really know if they've ever brought these out in the past. I think they might have. But this is really, really, really beautiful. I love this, and it is really pigmented as well. It comes across so beautiful on the cheeks. So I'll do a heavy swatch so you guys can see it, and it kind of has like a pinky, it definitely is like a pinky opal tinge to it. I don't really have any other highlighters quite like it. But it's really gorgeous, so I thought I'd pull that out and start using that again. For an all over setting powder, and I love this. I have people ask me what I use all the time, and it is always this. It's the Savvy by DB Mineral Loose Powder in Finishing Veil. And it literally is just a loose powder. I use the tiniest little bit on a really big fluffy brush, and once I've done my foundation, my concealer, blush, bronzer, highlight, I dust a little bit of this over my entire face, and it just kind of pulls everything together and it makes my skin look glowy and dewy. You can sort of see it all over my forehead, and it's just really beautiful. It's really natural, and I mean, I recommend it to everybody. You only need the tiniest little amount, and it's just so flattering and pretty. I'm actually going to use a finishing spray. Now, I actually got this in my Glamour Affair goodie bag, and I filmed that just before. I thought I'd start using this for the week. So it's by Skindinavia, and it's a fine mist oil free spray. Let's use a little bit now, why don't we? So this is just like a setting spray just to help your foundation stay on longer. So I thought I may as well give that a go for the week. Now, a bronzer I actually forgot to mention with my other bronzer. So I'm going to use this. Now, I've only been using this as more of a contour. So I focus this sort of on the very backs of my cheeks, and it just sort of helps give the illusion that I've got these amazing cheekbones where they actually don't exist. So I literally just use a tiny little bit here, and I'll use a tiny little bit here, and it sort of shades my face in a way that it makes it look more flattering. It's probably the best terms. So it's really the only place that I use it at the moment anyway. And it's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. This is beautiful. This is another one that I picked up from a lady that was selling it on Instagram, and smells beautiful, smells like chocolate. For my eyebrows, these have been my go-to products for a while now, and I've been enjoying them, so I'm going to continue to use them. So I've got the Benefit Give Me Brow in medium deep, and it's got this tiny little brush, tiny little brush, and sometimes I sort of have to wipe off the excess just because it can build up. And I basically brush this through my entire eyebrows. It kind of darkens them up, and it has these tiny little fibers, so it can kind of fill in any little gaps or anything. So I'll use that on my brows, and then I set it in place with this Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. And it's looking a bit funky because of using it over the top of the Gimme Brow because it's tinted, but I go through and I just brush that through, and it kind of puts all my eyebrow hairs in place. Now, for an eye base, I'm going to use my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is in my project pan at the moment, and I mean, I just enjoy this. I really love this a lot. I feel like I don't really want to use anything else. I feel like I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm almost going to hit the glass again. And I kind of don't want to use it up. I'll just keep chipping away at it and keep using it. I think once that's finished though, I would definitely pick it up again. I really have enjoyed it. For my eyeshadows, I'm actually going to use an eyeshadow palette. This is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And it's the semi-sweet version. Now, I've fallen in love with this again. I used it a whole ton when I first got it. Then I stopped using it for a while because I just wanted to try and use some of my other products, but I really do enjoy it, so I have been using it again, and it is beautiful. There's so many amazing colors in here, and there's really not any colors that I don't use, to be honest, but it's so enjoyable because you open it up and it just smells like pure chocolate. It's so enjoyable. And I decided to throw this in because I used it on my eyes today, and it's a duo from NARS called Cordura, and it's just like a boring brown duo. But I've basically used this brown color all over my eyes today, and I've just kind of smudged it out a bit. And yeah, I really like it. I used to do my eye makeup like this quite a long time ago now, and I just haven't done it in ages. I don't really know why, but I kind of miss just an easy smudgy brown eyed look. I think it looks really pretty and it's easy. So I'm gonna pull that out and sort of incorporate that for the week. And then for an eyeliner, I've pulled out, and I've used this on my eyes today as well, the Tarte Smolderize Amazonian Clay Waterproof Liner in brown. And I mean, it's just a gorgeous brown eyeliner that's incredibly creamy, like super creamy and pigmented. I love this. So I've just used a tiny little bit on my lash line, and I've just kind of smudged it out with the end of the brush there. So I've just done a little bit there, which is nice. And then I've just, I ended up getting the end of the tip, and I just kind of smudged it a little bit, only a tiny little bit on the lower lash line. And sometimes I find it just sort of helps frame the eyes a little bit more. But that's really enjoyable, and I haven't used that in a while, so I thought that would be nice to pull that out. Then for mascara, my one at the moment is by CoverGirl Flamed Out. I love this. I've used it on my eyelashes today. It gives me beautiful, long, thick looking eyelashes that are fuss free. So for lips, I have decided to pull out 3 choices, only because when I'm kind of doing brown makeup looks, sometimes I want to just do a very easy natural lip. Other times I kind of like a more bolder lip. So I thought I'd give myself 3 different options depending on what mood I'm in. So the first option I've got is my Revlon Color Burst Lacquer Balm, and this is in the color 145 Ingenue, and it's a really nice like nudie brown. To me, this is like an easy everyday lip color. It's really comfortable to wear. It's no fuss. It's got a tiny little bit of glitter, but it's very moisturizing and smooth on the lips. Then I've got the Bow Beauty Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the color Blush Pink. Now I've used this one before, and it's a gorgeous color. It's kind of like a darker pink shade, but it's really flattering and pretty. And again, I thought if I was thinking of a bit of a pink lip for the week, this one would look really, really pretty. And then for another lip choice, I've got a lipstick from Mama, and it's the Sheer Butter Mineral Lipstick in Loving Lilac. The packaging is gorgeous. This was a product in our Glamour Affair goodie bags. I thought I may as well use it for the week and see how it goes. So it's that color there. Now it says that it's a lilac, and it does have a little bit of a lilac tinge to it, but for me it really looks a bit of like a brown, like a really gray purple brown. So I thought that might look nice with like a brown eyeshadow look. That's everything I've picked out for my weekly makeup basket. I hope you guys have an awesome week ahead. Thank you again for watching my videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye.